Episode 50 of Live Your Own Life picks up where the previous episode left off. Hyo-sim is currently undergoing surgery to donate her liver to her father. The moment Sun-soon learns the news, we see her make a frantic sprint to stop her. Regrettably, it is now too late for her. She then lashes out at Hyo-sung for letting his sister undergo surgery, which she believes was unnecessary. Meanwhile, Taemin takes Tae-hee to the prison to visit Suk-hang. He waits in the car as Tae-hee visits her mother. She goes on to ask Suk-hang if she feels guilty for her mistakes. We see Suk-hang cry, and she tells Tae-hee to take care of Taemin. Aside from that, she asks her to look for a nice girl for him. As Suk-hang prepares to leave, she asks Tae-hee to avoid making the same mistakes that she made. Following this, Tae-hee visits Jin-soo, who's also in prison. He's taken aback when he sees her. On the other hand, Tae-hee explains that she considered visiting him because he does not have a daughter of his own. After this, Jin-soo breaks down in tears since Tae-hee has always been a daughter to him. However, he requests that she leave and that she never come back to see him again because the place is not suitable for her to visit. Meanwhile, Tae-ho is unable to get in touch with Hyo-sim. He appears to be under a great deal of stress as a consequence of this. He also finds out that Hyo-sung has taken a leave of absence from his job, which means that he is unable to communicate with him. While this is going on, everyone at the hospital is treating Hyo-sim with the utmost kindness after she has undergone surgery. Despite this, Hyo-sim appears to be in a great deal of pain, considering everything that she had to endure and sacrifice for the sake of her family. Once Hyo-sim's family leaves, she checks the messages and calls she received from Tae-ho. At this point, she has a mental breakdown. After that, she heads to her father's ward where she witnesses him spending time with his wife, who is feeding him. Finally, Tae-ho has an opportunity to get in touch with Hyo-sung at Taesan. Immediately after this, he makes a beeline to visit Hyo-sim at the hospital. However, he is unable to locate Hyo-sim within the hospital. Meanwhile, Hyo-sim decides to sneak away to a beach in order to spend some time alone. While all of this is going on, Hyo-jun finds out that he has passed the bar test. After that, he shares the good news with Mirim and Sun-soon, who are thrilled for him and overwhelmed with joy. Shortly after that, Tae-ho receives information concerning Hyo-sim's whereabouts from her coworker. Following that, he makes a hasty trip to visit her and finds her at the beach. After this, he confronts her about the fact that she didn't tell him about the surgery that she was going to have. She does, however, tell him that if she had told him about the surgery, he would not have allowed her to go through with it. The following morning, Hyo-sim writes a note while Tae-ho is sleeping. Following that, she leaves the note near the bed and then leaves. The episode review. Episode 50 finds Hyo-sim undergoing surgery to help her father. Taemin takes Tae-hee to meet Suk-hang and Jin-soo. Tae-ho quickly rushes to the hospital after hearing about Hyo-sim's surgery. On the other hand, Sun-soon lashes out at her ex-husband and requests that he keep his distance from her and her children. Woo-ju, on the other hand, goes out on a date. The show's storyline continues to be quite captivating, packed with a lot of plot twists and turns, and it has nuanced characters with interesting developments. Suk-hang expresses remorse for the crime she has committed. The character that has been the least likable throughout the entirety of the season is Suk-hang. On the other hand, we see her point of view in this episode. We gain an understanding of her past and the circumstances that led to her having to take charge since her spouse was a weak man. Even though her past does not justify her actions, it does make you feel sympathy for her current situation. The penultimate episode of the season has done an excellent job of laying the groundwork for the last episode of the season to unfold. As of right now, we do not have a clear understanding of the majority of the characters and what fate has in store for them, and we are hopeful that the last episode will tie all of the loose ends together.